United States Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, in a phone call with Israel Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, reinforced the unquestionable necessity of protecting civilians and ensuring the uninterrupted flow of humanitarian aid before any potential military operation in Rafah. Gallant said Thursday that more troops will enter Rafah as military operation intensify in Gaza's far southern city. The operation in Rafah will continue as additional forces will enter the area, Gallant said, adding that our troops have destroyed several tunnels in the area. This activity will intensify. Russian Deputy Foreign Minister Sergei Ryabkov said that Moscow may lower the level of diplomatic relations with Washington if certain scenarios unfold. In his words, Russia has never been the first to make such move in its relation with United States or other NATO countries, but in my opinion, such step quite possible if the West chooses the path of escalation, the diplomat told in an interview with TASS. He added that development that will make the downgrade of diplomatic relations possible do not necessarily imply increased support to Kyiv, but for example measures related to our assets or other moves in the economic domain. Parliament in an ex-Soviet Moldova voted on Thursday to hold a referendum in October on European Union membership, the cornerstone of President Maya Sandu's policies alongside the presidential election. Sandu singles out Russia and corruption as the biggest threats to the sovereignty of the country lying between Ukraine and Romania. Moscow's war in Ukraine has buffeted Moldova, with missile and drone remnants repeatedly landing on its territory. The proposed October 20 date for referendum was backed by a total of the 56 members in the 101-seat assembly, where Sandu's Party of Action and Solidarity holds a majority. Members then quickly approved the same date for presidential poll, in which Sandu sought re-election. As part of a state visit to Azerbaijan, President of Belarus Alexander Lukashenko and President of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev visited the revived territories of the Republic on 17 May. On the morning of 17 May, Alexander Lukashenko flew to Fizuli. He was met by Ilham Aliyev at the airport and the heads of states headed to the city. Also, Azerbaijan and Armenia's parliamentary speaker Sahiba Gafarova and Alan Simonyan have met again, and the meeting took place in Geneva. During the meeting, discussions of the issues of how the parliaments of two countries can support the peace process were continued against the background of the peace negotiations held between Azerbaijan and Armenia. Meta Platforms opened a new tab that had restored Facebook posts by Malaysian media covering Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's meeting this week with the Hamas leaders, saying they were removed in an error. The removal had drawn complaints from Malaysian government, a vocal supporter of the Palestinian cause, which has warned that firm action could be taken against Meta and other social media companies if they were blocking pro-Palestinian content on their platform. Two posts were removed in error and have now been restored, a Meta spokesperson sent in an email to Reuters.